How would I start building a business from scratch? If I generally lost everything, my business, my YouTube channel, my team, let's even say my skill sets, how would I start building the business from the ground up? This is my favorite video on the channel so far, and today I'll share my step-by-step guide on how to build wealth, passive income, and an audience from the ground up. We'll kick things off by talking about 3 fundamental principles from starting from the ground up, and then we're going to talk about 5 actionable keys for success. Let's go. Principle number 1, build in public. Now, you want to build in public in a way that helps you grow an audience. So whether it's on YouTube or a blog post or maybe some social media posts like Instagram and Facebook, having an audience of people who know, like, and trust your judgment is incredibly valuable when starting from the ground up. So building in public allows people to follow along your journey of what it's like to start a business. You're sharing your step-by-step processes of what you're learning, who you're meeting, what was challenging, what surprised you. And what's very useful is an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you, that you can monetize that audience in the future if you choose to. This also means you'll grow quicker and grow a lot more friends and connections who then can support you and provide you feedback on your business and the work you're releasing. What's great is when we talk about future steps, that this is an audience that you can slowly build and bring from business to business or career path to career path. And having an audience who knows, likes, and trusts your judgment is the most important tip we're going to talk about that links to the remainder of these tips in this video. Now, how do you best grow that audience? Principle number 2, provide value for free and don't expect anything in return. When starting a business, you have to realize that providing value without ever expecting a return is the greatest single leverage you can ever deploy in your business life or in your personal life. Not only is this incredibly rare in today's business environment, but sharing your content, your skill set, maybe a couple of videos or coaching will not only rapidly increase your ability to prove your value, but you're going to grow an audience who then gives you support and gives you feedback. They're going to tell you what the market really wants. They might even market you to other people, which is going to help your networking ability. And here you're slowly starting to get your name out as someone who provides value and who is easy to work with. And of course, while doing this, you're documenting the journey and sharing this to your audience who's slowly growing. So now you have a small amount of audience who know your work and know what you can offer. And you have a small amount of family and friends who's following your journey and interested on what you're going to do next. I would not start by trying to be over pushy or really trying to sell something. Weirdly enough, when you release content for free, you slowly start to build an audience who knows what type of value you're starting. We all hear about an elevator pitch, right? Tell someone what you do in 30 seconds. Well, when you first start a business, your elevator pitch is going to suck, right? It's going to be more than 30 seconds and it's not going to make sense. So slowly releasing content for free helps you kind of cultivate your craft and make it a strong skill set. And then weirdly enough, your market starts growing and you become someone in your community who can add value and add value rapidly. Principle number 3, target a market you genuinely care about. So if it was me, I'd be targeting business owners, YouTubers, and internet entrepreneurs. And I would be looking for a skill set that helps provide value to the target market that I care about. I wouldn't try to build an audience in real estate or education, because although those are really lucrative businesses and very lucrative models, I'm not passionate about those. And it's very rare and very limited that I'm actually going to have the skill set to be able to provide value to those people. But when it comes to things like business, AI, and tech, those are things that I'm very passionate about. And not only am I going to be more familiar with the up and coming trends and the different things going on in those business markets, but I'm going to be more passionate in my speech. And running a business is hard. And there's times where you really need to push through certain elements of the business. And having something that you're passionate about is going to show through to your audience, show through to your clients, and really help you push through when times are tough. As Thomas Jefferson once said, "I find the more passionate I am, the more luck I seem to have." And this could not more be true. And these are blue light glasses. These aren't even prescription, but I thought that'd be a little funny. But this could be more true in the business world. When we're passionate about something, we're more likely to connect with an audience who's also passionate about that and do well in that market. If you look at anyone who's wildly successful, this is the route they took, and they all took a skill set in a field that they liked and connected with an audience who liked what they were providing. Those are our 3 foundational principles for success, and now we're going to go through 5 actionable steps that you should take if you're starting from scratch. Step number 1, learn a monetizable skill. So if I'm looking at what type of market I care about, what type of skill set I should get, I look at my target demographic. My audience are YouTubers, content creators, and let's say bloggers, these type of markets. I would want to learn a skill set that helps these type of individuals. If you're passionate about pets and dogs, you would want a skill set that supports dog owners or people who have pets. So what are the skills that you could offer a YouTuber if that was your target demographic? So every YouTuber needs a video editor, right? So you could partner with someone who releases content that you're passionate about. And not only are you slowly perfecting your craft, but your craft is then being publicized on that creator's account, and word gets around on who's doing the best edits and things like that. Another thing is every YouTuber needs a thumbnail designer. So if you knew a little bit about graphic design and how to make those little displays that come up when you're about to click on a video, these are skill sets that you can offer that target demographic. A third example could be social media management, right? So every business, whether it's a YouTuber, a blogger, or like a dentist office or a dog clinic or anything you like, needs social media management. If you knew a little bit about how to be a social media manager, or even watched our video on the channel on how to use ChatGPT and Metrical to fully optimize someone's social media, you can add value to these businesses pretty easily over a weekend. Now you'll notice something very special about all the 3 things I just mentioned, right? So video editing, thumbnail design, social media management. All of those have one thing in common. They're online and they're digital. Digital presence allows you to work without permission, which brings us on to step 2, work for free without permission. Now the key part here is without permission, right? So keep in mind, you're starting from scratch. So you don't have a portfolio and you don't have people who have given you good reviews online. You have no basis to make someone trust you. But when a company releases their things online, let's say their website and their logo or a thumbnail for a YouTube video, you can go on and view their content, you can view their website, or you can watch their video. And if your skill set is in graphic design, you could revamp that social media post, redo their logo, make it 10 times better, or make their thumbnail just so much more eye-catching, they have to have it. The benefit here is all these businesses traditionally have their contact information readily available. So if I was going to make someone a thumbnail, I would design 2 or 3 of their video thumbnails. I would email it to them and say, hey, such and such name, I really enjoy your content. I'm a local thumbnail designer and I produce content on X, Y, and Z. I was wondering if you'd like to try these ones out. They're on the house, they're on free. Test them, let me know what you think. Simple, right? Now, with social media or with YouTube or anything like that, blogs, they're all tied to metrics. And so when someone uses that thumbnail or creates that social media post that you recommended, they're going to be able to see either by likes or shares or comments if that thing that you did for them is creating them value. After building rapport with this person who's now using your content for free that you provided for free, I would follow up with them and share, hey, I hope you enjoyed these designs, thumbnails, social media posts, whatever. I hope they're bringing value to you and your business. I'd love to continue to bring you value. What do you think about working together in the future at a rate of whatever per hour or whatever per post? At the end of the day, these businesses are traditionally swamped, right? Because if you start a small business, your finance, your marketing, your social media, and your trade skill that you started, why don't you provide some of these skills to those people? And if it's worth their time, and if you're better at providing that skill set than they are, and they're spending all this time doing it, why would they not bring you on to the team? To be honest, this is how I got my first YouTube editor, my second YouTube editor, and my thumbnail designer. My thumbnail designer said, hey Joe, love your content, but your thumbnails kind of suck. What do you think about these? Use them and see how they do. And they did great. And now we have a thumbnail designer who gets paid every week, and he's part of the team and a great friend. One big point here is when you're releasing all this content for free, the first person you send this email to is most likely not going to sign up. But I think if you send probably 10 good emails with good content, someone will take your services. For the ones who don't take your services, I would recommend asking them for a Google review or a website review, or maybe you have a freelancer account like Upwork or Fiverr that you can ask them to come leave reviews on your site. And yeah, you didn't get paid for this client, but you're building a portfolio of people who know, like, and trust you, and now you're slowly starting to build this audience. And of course, you know what I'm going to say, while doing this whole thing, you're documenting the journey and sharing that with your friends, family, and those around you. Step number 3, turn your efforts into a paid job. So now that you've built an audience, you created a strong portfolio of people who have reviewed your work and left you reviews on your content and your freelancing website and stuff like that. And 3, you have made your skill set better by understanding what your market likes. The next part is to monetize your skill set. So it's important to share with your audience the skill sets that you offer and that these are your skill sets that are for sale. So if you haven't created a website yet, this is where you go in and start creating a free website. Now there's free website builders like Weebly, Wix, Squarespace, there's a bunch of them. I even have a video up here on the top 5 free website builders for beginners. They require no coding. They're all like drag and drop. They're all super easy to use and they're free. I would create a digital business card or a real business card because when someone looks you up, you want there to be reference of your work. So digital business card, I kind of found is the best way to do this. We have a video on the channel on 2 ways to make a business card, one with Noe and one with Linktree. Linktree is awesome. It was actually just purchased by TikTok to bring more content to creators. So that's actually our best video on the channel. So I would watch that one. And lastly, if you need help making a logo, we have a video on how to make a logo in just 5 minutes on the channel. It's a free website called Logo Maker. This is one of our first videos and it's incredibly helpful on how to make your first logo and get started. So here you're trying to create this market that sees you as a strong professional so you can monetize. Step number 4 is now we're productizing that skill set. So now we're going to put it into pricing and budgets and saying how you share with someone what you're costing and why you're costing that. We've all seen this pricing model used before. It's the simple basic plan, pro plan, and premium plan. And on there, you show the different things that are provided in each plan of your skill set and the price underneath them. This is very important because not only does it make you look very professional, that everything is very categorized, but the first time you tell someone what you do, the question is going to be, what's it cost, right? You want to have a very clear and defined answer to that. And I realized that these 3 buckets, the basic, pro, and premium buckets, traditionally work best for productizing your skill set. So you can create these buckets. So for instance, the basic plan could be $60 per thumbnail, and you turn a thumbnail around in a week. Your pro plan could be $150 for 3 thumbnails, and you'll turn all 3 of those around in a week. And then you can do the specialized premium one, which is 24-hour turnaround, $40 thumbnails, but it costs them an entry fee of yada, 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 whatever you want that premium plan to cost. Now let's say, Joe, I'm not doing thumbnails, I'm doing website design, or I'm walking people's dog. Think about the best way you can monetize that, whether it's by hourly or price per X, Y, and Z. So website, you can either do $20 an hour or $100 per page, right? If you're doing dogs, you can do $15 an hour or $40 per dog. And you can kind of shift this into these different buckets. And what's great about these buckets, it allows you to maximize revenue because different customers desire different outcomes. And each one of these pinpoints which customers get the most value for the price. And that's why this pricing model is used everywhere. It maximizes value for the owner. And the owner in this case is you and your new skill set that you're building from the ground up. And of course, what am I going to say here? This whole time you're documenting this journey and sharing this content and slowly building this audience who knows, likes, and trusts you. Step number 5, create a team. So now that you've monetized your skill set, you have an audience who's following you, you have more money in the business bank account than you could ever imagine. Now it's time to bring on a friend or a freelancer or a second employee who can help grow the volume of your business. So what's important here is for you to focus on your core skill set. So let's say your core skill set is making websites. Anytime you're not making websites, you're not making money, right? So you might want to bring on a freelancer or a friend to reach out to companies offering your services, to respond to emails, to optimize your social media presence. Because here you're trying to bring in more volume by not doing the administrative roles. And then on the back end, you're servicing more customers, which is actually the thing that pays you. If you need help bringing someone on, I would recommend Upwork or Fiverr. Neither of these are sponsors. They're both freelancing websites that I've used to create my team, and it's been incredibly helpful. successful on growing your business and growing your business rapidly while creating friends and a team that works together well. Now, if you're looking for some transparency on like how early should I be building a team, just for full transparency for YouTube, it's probably going to take about 1 to 2 years until you're making money as a YouTuber, online, or a content creator. So most people would probably wait until 2 years and they're making money to bring on a team. My recommendation is a little riskier, but it helps you get to that endpoint faster, which is if you have a secondary source of income, so let's say your main job, and that main job can support the losses of your business, then you can bring on people earlier. So for instance, let's say a YouTube channel would monetize in 2 years if I did it all by myself. I'm gonna bring on 2 editors and a thumbnail designer, and I'm probably gonna lose like $3,000, $4,000 a year. But it's gonna help me monetize quicker. So instead of it taking 2 years to make money on YouTube, maybe I make money in 8 months. But what's important is that you have a strong, stable other source of income to subsidize that. I would not do that if you're not confident in your ability to make money in that other source of income. But if you have the means to do so, this is a great way to expedite your ability to create a team and create a team fast. Otherwise, I would just do the motto of this channel, which is start small, start today, make it a one-man team, grow slow, but grow slow profitably. This is up to you, that's your call. The 2 things I always recommend to people is learn how to make money from your computer. There's 2 key ways to do this. Either start a dropshipping company or be a digital nomad. Digital nomad is essentially an online freelancer. There's 2 videos up here that I highly recommend on starting your first small business and starting your first way to passive income and real true wealth. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button in the bottom corner there. Like this video and comment what you think is the best small business that you could start today that would become successful. I want to hear your thoughts. And as all things small business, start small, start today. I'll see you in one of these 2 videos.